folks. Thank you for being here. This series that I'm working on now is called KYSS, KYSS. Keep your spine strong. And the part of the spine that we're particularly working on is the upper back part. It's called the upper thoracic spine, which is like the T3 through 5, which is the area right here in between your shoulder blades. And that's an area we don't use very much. When we bend backwards, we bend a lot from our lumbar, but we don't bend from our thoracic spine because it's not as flexible. So that's the area that we are going to work on, because you're only as young as your spine is flexible. That's a quote from our friend Jimmy Hatcher. And Jimmy should know. So we'll start with our pranayama, as we always do, our water breath. Now, I don't know if you've been hearing me talk about water breath lately, but that's what I'm calling our breath that we need every day, several times a day, just like water, every day, several times a day. And this is the deep, long inhales and exhales through the nose, the deep belly breath. So close your eyes, sit up tall, and think about your breathing, and make the inhale and the exhales even counts. It doesn't matter what the number is, as long as you make it slow, even, long, and full. And make sure you can feel your breath go all the way down to your belly, expanding your belly when you inhale, and allow your belly to deflate as you exhale at your own pace. Slow, even, long, and full. Get a rhythm to your breath by counting in your head. Water breath. Every day, several times a day, this is what you need, just like water. Please take one more deep belly breath at your own pace, and then bring your breathing back to normal. And then we'll move on to our coffee breath. So fellow yogi Heather is the one that told me that she heard this from another yoga teacher: water, coffee, and whiskey. So the coffee breath is an energizing breath. It's when you need a jolt of energy. It's really good to use. A lot of golfers, sports athletes use this before competition because it makes them focus, gives them energy. If you have to go into a meeting, this is really good to have before you go into a meeting. So this is Kapalabhati is the Sanskrit name for it, and it's short, forced exhalations, fast, short, forced bursts of exhalation, and passive inhalation. It looks like this. So when you exhale through your nose forcefully, you're contracting your belly muscles in order to push all the air out, and then you just let the air come back in just without even thinking about it. It's opposite of what we normally do. Normally we think about our inhales and not our exhales. So this time we're going to think about our exhales and passively do our inhales for our jolt of coffee breath, or Kapalabhati, which means skull shining breath. All right, so what we'll do is we'll do 10 rounds, then we'll pause, and then we'll do 10 more, and then we'll pause, okay? So put your hand on your belly, take a deep breath in, and then we'll begin. And pause, a couple of breaths. And then another deep breath in, and we'll do again. And then pause. Let's please take a deep breath together, and we'll Om in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki. The divine is the inner teacher. Thank you again for being here. So we'll work on our spinal warm-up with a dynamic movement. So sometimes we hold these poses that we're getting ready to do, but today we're going to do them a little more fluidly. And we're going to save our whiskey breath class, so we'll get a taste of what that is. Inhale, open your arms and knees. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. So we're keeping our arms up, using our spine to twist and our belly muscles to twist. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right again. Try to keep your arms parallel to the ground. Feel your spine twist around. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, push your fingertips up. Exhale, right hand floats down by the hip. Left arm comes by the ear. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to pull our left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. At the same time, my right arm comes up beside the ear, and we're leaning over to the left. Make sure your sit bone stays down. And then inhale back up. And then switch arms as you go back over. And then inhale back up. Exhale as you switch your arms. Inhale back up. Exhale as you switch your arms. Inhale back up. Exhale as you switch your arms. And then come all the way back up to center. Okay, so there's 6 spinal movements. We did 4 of the 6, the twist and the lateral. The 5th and the 6th are forward and backwards, like a cat pose. We're going to do a seated cat. So let's change the cross of our legs so we don't get too one-sided, any more one-sided than we already are. And we'll flex our spine by doing a seated cat. So tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, and push your spine backwards in a C shape. And as you do that, feel your shoulder blades separate on your back and feel your vertebra open. Big flexion of the spine. So pay special attention to your shoulder blades in that area between your shoulder blades, the T area. And then as you inhale, we're going to bring our chest forward. Stick your tailbone backwards, put an arch in your back, and bring your shoulders down from your ears, and your neck is long here. And feel what your shoulder blades are doing. They're coming down your back, and the points are coming together. And then exhale very slowly. Again, rounding the spine as you flex your spine, tucking the tailbone. Feel what your shoulder blades are doing, your scapula, and then inhale very slowly. Once again, push the shoulders away from the ears, the chest forward, tailbone back, and then come back upright. Another version of this is called the camel ride. So this particularly addresses that area between your shoulder blades. And here's how it works. You're going to take your hands on your shins here. You're going to start upright, just like we're sitting now. And then we're going to tuck our chin and bring our head down, push our spine out, bring our head down, and the shoulder blades should be pointing up toward the ceiling or the sky right now, that point between your shoulder blades. Now, keep your chin tucked, and now tuck your tail as you lean backwards. And now that point between your shoulder blades should be pointing to the back of your mat. And then slowly come back to neutral. That's the camel ride. We'll do it again. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, bring the head down by using your hands as leverage to pull your head down so that your shoulder blades are pointing up toward the ceiling or the blue sky. And then slowly lean back. Now your shoulder blades are pointing to the back of your mat. Continue to separate your shoulders by tucking your tailbone, flexing the spine, and then back to neutral. So now please come to the table position. Have your blocks handy. Pad the knees accordingly. Hands underneath the wrists, underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips into your square table. And then we'll grease our hinges. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bring your bottom down toward your heels. Feel your joints move here, lubricating the synovial fluids in your joints. Inhale very slowly, long deep breath as you come back to table. Exhale very slowly, feel your wrists lubricate, your elbows, your shoulders, your hips, your knees. Inhale very slowly back up. And when you're coming to the table, you want to make sure your shoulders get away from your ears. So feel what that T-spine is doing when you're in the table. Your shoulders are down, your back. As you exhale, bring your bottom back towards your heels. You can feel your shoulder blades separate as you flex your spine. And then once more, inhale back to table. With a flat back, take a deep breath in. Put weight into your left hand. Exhale as you twist open to the right. Couple of breaths here. One more breath. Exhale, hand comes down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bring your right knee up to your chest. Tuck your chin, nose to knee. Inhale, right leg goes straight back behind you. Left arm comes forward. And then we'll do a couple of crunches here. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, you bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, exhale, elbow to the knee. And then release. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. And then release. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Then release. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Release. Pause here in our balancing table. And either stay here for a couple more breaths or swing your hand back and catch your ankle and kick your right foot into your left hand and open chest. Tiger pose. Good. Good, good, good. And then release. Hand comes down. The knee comes down. Same knee. Inhale. Exhale. Same knee. Right knee up to the chest. Extend it back. Plant your toes down. And pivot onto your left knee and lift your right arm up. And you're going to scoot your right leg back a little bit so that your foot's in line with your knee, your knee's in line with your hand into our Ardha Mandalasana pose. Now here's where your blocks can come in handy. If you want to use a block in your left hand, we're going to move our hand or the block out so that we can lift our right leg to a balance, a half moon balance. And then your choice, stay here or bend the knee, grab the ankle, and kick the foot into the hand, if it works for you. And then release. Good. Foot comes down, hand comes down, repivot forward back to your table. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left arm goes up into the twist. Inhale, exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left knee comes into the chest. Tuck your chin, extend the leg out. And the right arm comes forward. And we'll do our elbow to knee on this side. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, and then extend. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, extend, inhale, exhale, elbow to knee, extend, exhale, elbow to knee, extend, and pause here. Stay here for a couple more breaths or grab your foot and push the foot into the hand, opening your chest. And release. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Inhale, exhale, same knee comes into your chest, leg kicks out, toes come on down to the mat. And this time, again, if you want to put your right hand on the block, we're going to pivot on our right knee, bring our left arm up. So now you want to move your left foot so that it's in line with your right knee, which is in line with your right hand. And either, then you can move your hand forward, or you can stay here or move your hand forward, lift the leg up, and either stay here or see if you can grab the ankle into your hand and push the foot into the hand. This is called a kneeling Kapinjalasana, kneeling partridge pose. We do this standing up also, although we're not going to do it today. And then release, foot comes down, hand comes down, come on back to your table, and then come all the way down onto your bellies. Yeah, I think you Zoomers can see me okay down here, or at least part of me down here. So thinking about this part in the upper back, bring your hands wide outside of your mat so that they're lined up sort of like underneath your shoulders, or in line with your shoulders, not under your shoulders, in the same line as your shoulders. Push your pelvis down and widen your legs so that they come to the edges of your mat. And then right now, consciously pull your shoulders down and extend your neck long like you're a turtle. Keep your head in line with your spine. Push down into your pelvis and into your thighs. Roll your thighs inward slightly so you feel the contraction of those muscles and you're making space in your lower back. Push up slightly in your hands. You don't have to come up very far. And we're going to do a twisting cobra. Pay attention to what your spine, this is your upper back. Keep your hips level and bring your left shoulder forward as you look over your right shoulder, but keep your hips and pelvis on the mat. And then bring both shoulders forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right shoulder forward as you look over your left shoulder. Keep your pelvis even and flat. So you're just twisting your upper part. And then back to the center, inhale. Exhale, once again, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. And then come forward once more on the other side. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, looking over the left shoulder. And back to center. Bring your arms in front into crocodile arms. Okay, so thinking about this part between your back, we're going to do a humpback locust. Humpback locust. So just keep your arms folded right underneath your chest. Tuck your chin and push the T-spine up toward the ceiling. So you're curling, you're pushing up your back, your pelvis stays down flat. Your thighs are being pressed into the mat. So the only thing is that you're hunching your back upward in that T3 to T5 area between your shoulder blades. Really concentrate on what that feels like. And then bring your chest down forward, your belly down. And now pull the mat towards you, bring your shoulders away from your ears, and feel how that feels on that T-spine area. I guess that means good. Okay, once again, big breath in, and then do your hump back slowly so you can feel every movement. And then very slowly release back, belly down, chest forward, extend your shoulders down from your ears. Your neck is long, shoulder blades are together on the back. Good. All right. Please take your hands underneath your shoulders and push up the table. Have your blocks handy and pad your knees here as needed. And if you're using blocks, hands on the blocks and step your right foot up between your hands or your blocks. So get light in your fingertips here. So you're starting out with a 90-degree angle in both legs, knee above ankle, hip over the knee here. Walk your right foot forward about 1 foot length, and then re-bend that right knee so that it comes back over the ankle. So what this is doing for you is scooting your left knee back further and stretching the left quadricep a little bit more. If that doesn't work for you, move it around however it feels good, and make sure you're patting it if it's bothering you. So from here, bring our hands to our chest. Namaste. And this is going to be a crouching dragon series. Inhale, push up, back. Here, exhale. Bring your arms into goalpost arms. Keep your chest up. Don't let the clouds make you dizzy. Breathe. Feel your shoulders down, shoulder blades together on your back, that T3 area. Now, come back upright. Bring your arms forward as if you're hugging a big beach ball in front of you. Tuck your chin and curl your spine as you bring your forehead down to your knee into a crouching dragon. Optional here is to lift your left knee off the mat. Option, just an option. And if you've lifted it off the mat, then come all the way back open with your arms in a T. And then arms back up, palms facing each other into our traditional Anjaneyasana. Inhale, exhale, hands come down. Step that foot back. Bring the left foot forward. And once again, we'll start with our squared up 90-degree legs. Walk the left foot forward about a foot distance. Rebend that knee so you get more of a stretch in the right quadricep. So we're contracting the left quads here, extending the right quads, which is one of the things that makes yoga such a good balancing exercise. You contract and you extend, contract and you extend. And from here, make sure your knees over the ankle, hands to the chest, and very carefully inhale as you push your point your fingertips up to the sky. Now, if the sky's making you dizzy, just look forward. Lean backwards, and then slowly separate your hands into gold post. Push your chest up, pull your shoulders down, feel your shoulder blades come down your back. Inhale, exhale, bring your arms around that imaginary beach ball. Tuck your chin, bring your head towards your knee and flex your spine upward. And again, optional is to tuck your right toes and lift that right leg. Really push your shoulder blades apart from each other as you're hugging this beach ball. Bring the knee back down. If you've lifted it, separate your arms into a T, and then inhale back up to our traditional Anjaneyasana. One more deep breath here. Exhale, hands come down. Bring your knee back down, and you can use blocks or not to come into a downward facing dog, tucking your tailbone, lifting your hips up. Spread your fingers wide and make sure your shoulders are rolling out. Squeeze your forearms toward each other. Good. Spread the fingers wide. Good. One more breath here. And then go ahead and walk up to your hands, bending your knees as much as you need to come up. And then slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. And then come into Tadasana for a few breaths, Tadasana mountain pose. So alignment of the spine, really important to know what your spine feels like when it's in alignment. Head right on top of the shoulders. This is an active rest. active rest here. Your thighs are rolling inward slightly. Your feet are parallel to each other. Head's right on top of the shoulders. Shoulders are back, chest forward, belly in. So your muscles are active here. You're not just hanging out, but you're also appreciating the feeling of how straight your back is right now. Don't pay attention to him. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, crescent your body to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, crescent to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, come into your chair pose. Okay, we're going to do a swinging chair and a hugging of the bear. I'll talk you through it. Inhale. Exhale, swing your arms behind, bring your belly down to your thighs. Fingers are pointing up to the ceiling. Your knees are bent. Now allow your arms to come down. Keep your belly on your thighs, knees bent, arms hang down like orangutan arms. And then grab your elbows and let your elbows dangle. Knees are bent, belly on the knees. And then from here, take your arms behind your knees and grab your elbows. So this is the bear hug part. And if you can't grab your elbows, grab your forearms and flex the spine. So this is the flexion of the spine. Your forehead is coming toward the knees here. Tailbone is tucked. Feel the vertebra open. Release your elbows. Come back to orangutan arms dangling. And then slowly inhale, come back to chair. Good. Pause here for a breath. And then slowly reach up as you inhale. This time come up onto your tippy toes. Chin up with Urdhva Hastasana. Feel your calves activate here. Breathe. And then bring your heels down. Bring your arms down. We'll repeat that sequence. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, chair. Utkatasana. Pause a couple breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Swing your arms behind you, fingertips pointing to the ceiling. Bend your knees so that your belly can rest on your thighs. Squeeze your arms toward each other so you really feel your shoulder blades come together. Inhale. Exhale, orangutan arms, let them drop. And then grab your elbows. This time you're going to switch because you did this the habitual way. So you're just going to now switch so that the opposite arm is on top, which takes a little bit of thinking. At least for me, it does. And then hang here. Start a flexion of your spine here. Bring your head down, chin tucked. And then remember which arm is on top, and you're just going to let go and rewrap behind your knees, grabbing elbows or forearms, and just further flex your spine so your forehead's coming toward your knees here, tailbone down. Release, orangutan arms, and then very slowly up the chair. Inhale up. Exhale, arms in the T. Come to Anjali Mudra. And then pause back into Tadasana for a couple of breaths.
David, stop that. You want me to come down and take them from the other side?
Oh yeah, you want to take them for the other side?
No, I don't want you to take them at all. And I told myself with one of them, I meant to tell you not to do that.
You're going to be all over Facebook tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, we just think of the royalties.
Yeah, I'll get you all to sign a release. We're going to balance. So if you want to get near something, a tree, a pot, that thing, or not, There are two different balances that we're going to do today is a stork and a flamingo, two different birds. And I just want to make sure that, okay, good, that the Zoomers can see me. All right. Stork is where we're going to start on our left leg, bring our right knee up. The stork is you find your drishti, and the stork is you're going to bring your knee up to your chest, clasp your fingers around your shin, and then just hug that knee into your chest. Squeeze it as hard as you can. Keep your shoulders down from your ears. Find your drishti, focal point, and then breathe. And if you fall out, that's okay. Just come back in. That's what balancing is all about, is practicing, coming in and out. If you feel you lose your balance, come out on purpose. And then when you finish, you can let go. So I think most of you have heard this before, but you want to train your brain when you balance. So if you're balancing and you feel like you're going to fall out of it, you want to make your brain say, okay, I'm going to come out of it at my own will, not because my body wants me to, because I want to. And that's how you train your brain to be in control, right? If you feel wobbly, put your foot down and then just bring it back up. Okay, now flamingo is the opposite. You bring your foot behind. So the Hyla Weaver trick is where you bring your knee forward first, grab the ankle, bring it behind your body, and bring your heel into your buttocks. Then your other arm comes beside the ear. Try to keep your knees together. Try to keep your tailbone down, belly in, and breathe. Whenever you're ready, release. Shake out. So those doing both on the same leg together like that is extra work for the leg, which is extra good. It makes it extra strong and helps the core muscles also engage. So we'll switch now, go to the stork on our left leg up, right leg on the ground. And then just take your time, find your focal point. Everybody's got a better side. Hug the knee in as much as you can. You can spread your toes. It's okay to be wobbly. Whenever you're ready, put that down. Shake it all out. You having fun, Betty? All right. Now the flamingo. Again, take your time. Don't rush your balances. Find your drishti first. Knees together. And very good. Are you ready to let go? That's very good. Good balance. Good balance. Yep, that was your good foot. Yeah, that was my bad foot. Plus, I'm stepping on a rock. Okay, let's come on back to our mats. Perfect timing. One more flexion, extension of the spine. Come into your Tadasana. Hug this imaginary beach ball in front of you. Tuck your chin, bend your knees slightly, and flex the spine into the C shape as you hold this imaginary beach ball. Push your shoulders away from each other to feel your shoulder blades separate on the back. Push your tailbone down and feel the C shape in your spine. Okay, now release the beach ball. Straighten your legs. Bring your arms in a T, wide open. And then thumbs down. Bring your hands behind your back. Clasp your hands behind your back. And then pull your hands away from your back as you pull your shoulders down from your ears. Open your chest upward. Push your hips forward so you're not overarching your lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then release. Shake that out. And we'll do a couple of neck things here. Inhale, open the arms into T. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. Clasp your hands. Re-thread your fingers the non-habitual way so the opposite thumb is on top. And keep your hands clasped behind you as you turn your head to look over your right shoulder. Couple of breaths here, chin's parallel to the ground. Make sure you're in Tadasana pose with your belly tucked in, your thighs rolled in, chest forward. And then come back to center, inhale, exhale, look over the left shoulder. Keep the rest of your body in Tadasana. Everything is active here. No muscle is slacking off. And then come back to center and release the hands, shake out the arms. Now you can slack off your muscles a little bit. Return to Tadasana. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And then your right hand comes on top of the left side of the head above the ear. And don't pull on your head, just let your hand rest there and let your left arm float out to the side. Push the fingertips away so you feel that extra stretch. You're facing forward. Big, deep breaths here. And now, keeping your hand lightly on the side of your head, tilt your head so that your chin's coming down and you're looking catty corner to your mat, like to the corner of your mat. And just feel a different sensation in the back of your neck. And then very slowly release your hand off your head and really slowly bring your head back up to center. No sharp, jerky movements with the head. So, left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right side of the head above the ear. Keep your face forward. Allow your right arm to drift out. Push your fingertips away. This feels good. Chin and tilt your head to look catty corner to the corner of your mat. Very slowly, no jerky movements with your head. Just shake everything out. And come to the top of your mat so you have room to move backwards. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, hands come all the way down. Step back to downward facing dog. Hang here for a couple of breaths. So really think about spreading the fingertips, squeezing the forearms toward each other, which will roll your shoulders out. Bent knees, hips way up in the air. Rotate your thighs inward slightly and feel how maybe that helps move some of the weight to the back side of the body. Let your head relax between your arms. Good. And then bring your knees down and sit your bottom all the way back towards your heels into a child pose. And then please take a moment to rest your head, either on the mat or on a block or on your hands. Or if you choose to bring your arms beside your body, palms facing up, so that you can take the advantage and open and close your hands and circle your wrists. Okay, please slowly rise up, come seated with your legs in front into Dandasana. If you want to sit on something, it's up to you, as long as you can keep a straight spine. Um, I like to sit up on something low just because it enables me to tilt my pelvis forward a little bit better. So Dandasana, staff pose, feet are up, knees are up. You're in a 90-degree angle with your body and your pelvis is tilted forward. So you have a neutral lumbar spine here. Shoulders down from the ears, chest forward. Hands lightly by your sides, by your hips. This is a very active pose. If you scoot your heels towards your body, you'll engage your leg muscles a little more. Make sure that your belly is hugged into your spine. Make sure your head's right on top of the shoulders. Bend to the right knee. You're trying to keep your back straight, bend the right knee, and take the right foot on the other side of the left leg. If that's too much for you, you can keep it on the inside. You want to make sure the foot can get flat on the outside. Good. And that the extended leg, foot is up and the knee is up. Take your left arm, hug the right knee into the chest. And then inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, twist all the way around. Put your right hand behind you into a kickstand to keep your spine vertical. Use your left arm as leverage to help twist. Now relax here. Keep your left foot up and active. Make sure your left leg is doing some work here too. Don't waste any effort in your body. Every time you exhale, get a little deeper twist. Make sure your neck is loose. Make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up toward your neck. Take a deep breath and slowly come around back to center. Now, place your hands behind you, fingers pointing toward your feet, and bend the left foot and keep the right ankle on the left thigh. Okay, got it. Okay, good. Now, move your left hand back so you have enough leverage to lift your right hand off the mat and then grab your right foot. So you're resting your forearm on your shin here. And then keep on twisting to the left. So you keep on moving your left hand behind you to keep twisting your body all the way around, hugging that foot, hugging that shin with your forearm. And by hugging your shin and pulling your right foot away from your body, you're going to increase the flexion in your hip. And then slowly come back around to center. Unwind everything. Reset the spine into Dandasana pose. Resetting the spine back to neutral. Feet up, knees up. Pelvis forward, lower back has an arch. Shoulders down, chest forward. This time we'll bend to the left knee. Put the left foot on the outside of the right leg. Foot up, knee up, foot flat on the mat. Right arm hugs the knee into the chest. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist, 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 twist. Plant the left hand behind you and keep twisting as you breathe. Keep your right leg active as you twist. Relax into the twist. It feels good. This twist feels good. Every time you exhale a little deeper in the twist, make sure your shoulders don't creep up towards your neck. One more deep breath. Slowly exhale. Come all the way back to center. So place your hands behind you so that you can bend your right foot this time. Keep your left ankle on the thigh. And then move your right hand back wherever you have to put it so that you can take your left hand onto your right foot or left foot. Rest your forearm on the calf and then keep on twisting. So you're pulling on your foot, the forearm on your shin and twist. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, very slowly back to center. Extend your legs long and reestablish your staff pose. Straight spine. Make sure your chin's not jutting forward. Does everybody have a belt? I have a belt for you. David, can you get Heidi a belt? I have an extra belt. Okay. Having your belt and block handy, come onto your backs with your heads facing, the live ones with your head facing toward me, with knees bent. Hey, David, I have one here. Okay, so have the strap long without a loop in it. And then bring your knees toward your chest and bring the strap across the balls of your feet. And then holding each side of the strap, you're going to straighten your legs. The balls of your feet are pushed up to the ceiling. And once you're there, in an L shape with your body, a 90-degree angle, this is your reclined Dandasana pose. So you should feel some space in your lower back and the mat, your lumbar region. Just like we did sitting up, you're tilting your pelvis forward so that you have a neutral lumbar curve here. Neutral lumbar curve. You can either stay here for a few breaths, or if you would like to, try to bring your feet closer to your head. And when you do that, you will no longer have your lumbar. You're going to push your back into the mat as you continue to bring your feet over toward your head. I mean, it's not possible to keep your lumbar curve while you're doing this. So you have a rounded back. So if it feels good to your hamstrings, keep on bringing your feet over toward your head. Your tailbone will lift off the mat. Our hamstrings are nice and warmed up now, so maybe this feels really good to you. and then release back to center, forward at all. And then to the ends of the belt, and then widen your legs. Lumbar again. You want your. This is also a seated position here. This is called Upavista Konasana when you're seated. So you want a neutral lumbar start with, as long as you're in 90 degrees. So now I want to make sure you guys can hear me. So if you want to pull your legs toward your head, then your spine will round. And you can lift your tailbone off the mat and try to bring your feet over your head a little bit more. So if we were seated on the mat, we would be bringing our chest toward the floor between our legs here. Lie on the mat like this forces you to have a straight spine. It's not easy to hunch your upper back when you're supported by the floor, and that's why this is so good for you. Together, feet together, bend your knees. Put the belt aside, grab your block. Your hip. If you would like to bend your knees and hug your knees into your chest to release your spine, roll around on your spine a little bit, and then prepare for Shavasana by getting into your favorite Shavasana pose, lying on your backs. Please focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Enjoy the waterfall sound. Relax your body. This is a poem by Mary Oliver called In Blackwater Woods. Look, the trees are turning their own bodies into pillars of light, are giving off the rich fragrance of cinnamon and fulfillment. The long tapers of cattails are bursting and floating away over the blue shoulders of the ponds. And every pond, no matter what its name is nameless now. Every year, everything I have ever learned in my lifetime leads back to this: the fires and the black river of loss, whose other side is salvation, whose meaning none of us will ever know to live in this world. You must be able to do three things: to love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it, and when the time comes to let go, to let go. Please enjoy a few moments of inner bliss and solitude. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and slowly deepen your breathing as you make small movements to wake up your body. And then please slowly bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, we're sealing off the hot, masculine, fiery, bright side of our body. And we are exposing the cool, calm, dark, feminine side of our body. And this coolness and calmness will carry us for the rest of our day. Please very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And if you care to do so, please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai.